Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Rimworld. I'm BoxMacLeod. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Rimworld has updated to a new dev build. It's now version 0.19. It was originally 1.0, but it's been reverted. It didn't like the mods I had installed, but I wanted to keep them, and there's no new versions out yet, so I'm kind of forcing it to run Pugslib and stack here. So hopefully it's not going to cause any issues, but since this is a development branch, this is a test build, whatever you want to call it, the possibility for bugs is always there, so please bear with me. In this version, mismatch error is going to come up, but I did load it earlier, and it ran fine, so... Crap. Also, I've noticed if I click out of the game and then tab back in, it kills my frame rate, but if I don't do that, it doesn't kill my frame rate, and it was actually silky smooth. So real quick, let me see if that applies here, because I need to close out pinging programs here that are making noise. There we go. Hopefully it will pop up on the screen here. There we go. There it is. Beautiful. Now let's see if it's nice and silky smooth. Oh, I see it's much smoother now. Isn't that lovely? It's performing much better. So yeah, don't click out the window, apparently, if you want performance. I mean, it's not completely, like, perfect. But, you know what? It will do. And maybe there'll be optimization or other such, patches coming in the future. Who knows, right? The future of Rimworld is as bright as the stars we're trying to colonize. That's how I'll phrase it, I suppose. A couple minor changes. I scaled up the UI so it might be a little easier to read. I don't know if it was... didn't seem too small in the videos, but changed that. I also made that animals that we have named, their names will now show up here. So if you would like an animal named after you, please feel free to let me know in chat or comment in the video. Rajaku, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. I really do appreciate that a lot. Every little bit helps, and your support means the world to me. Thank you very much. So yeah, when we had last left the colony off here... How many foreskin hats have I made yet? Oh god, I think I actually have some human leather here. Yeah, I got plenty of human leather. So if you want me to make some human flesh hats, by all means, Plump, let me know. I'll hook you up. I'll even make you wear one. Look, hats are enabled now. I found the option. You just want to have a big old penis head. K-Vet, what is going on, my friend? Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here, buddy. I think this is for conduit? Yes. But yeah, when we had last left off, Fear TTX and BoxMacLeod had got into a social fight that left them pretty damn crippled, so they're in the hospital recovering. 69 degrees indoors, nice. I had no real plans for expansion currently. The colony is doing well. We were mostly allowing the colonists to work on mining and deconstruction jobs that we'd set around here. More wrinkles the better, signifies wisdom, says Plump. I always thought Plump helmets were just a mushroom from Dwarf Fortress, but I guess I was mistaken. Remove that. Absolutely not gonna remove this wall. Kiko Gamer from YouTube, how we doing, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining me tonight. Mine that out. There's some jade. I don't have any particular use for jade at the moment. But I do believe... I mean, we have a decent artist here, so when we get around to making statues, maybe we'll crank out some jade statues for the dining room or something, because, you know, why not, right? It's our wood supply. We have a decent amount of wood. I want to kind of expand our walls out a little bit here. Ooh, we have some delicious cargo pods. What are you filled with? Plasteel, yes please. Absolutely want that right away. A very good commodity to have, especially since there's not any on the map that I'm aware of that can be mined. That would be quite useful for future endeavors. A lot of blood over here, probably from our wargs getting themselves some dinner. But yes, I would like to chop myself some more wood here. Because I would like to expand my walls out somewhat. Give myself a little more room here for activities. Why don't I use mods? I do use mods. In this case, I'm not, only because it's an unstable development version, and there's not a ton of mods available for this specific build. I'm gonna wait until the 1.0 stable release comes out, and then I'm gonna do a heavily modded run, but for now, I'm not gonna get real deep into a game just to have a new build come out that kind of borks all the mods. There will be a modded run at some point, though. Do not worry. Because I quite prefer playing Rimworld with mods myself, but it's nice to be in touch with your roots. Also, I'm not liking this UI scale. It looks kind of bad. There. That's fine. You could still read everything. Ultra Cavenger, my friend. It is good to see you, buddy. I've not seen this played before. This looks pretty interesting. Well, you are in for a treat, maybe. This is Rimworld, a colony builder survival game a la Dwarf Fortress. It's fantastic. And I have a lot of... I really do like this game. This has been one of my favorite streaming experiences, in all honesty. You know, ever since we assigned Donovan lower priority on cleaning, I'm noticing that the base is starting to look like crap. We're getting some blood here, which could mean food poisoning. So we're just gonna have Donovan go back to being clean bitch, I think. It's for the best. We'll all benefit from it. So, Ultra Cavenger, if you wind up having any questions about the game, you don't know what's going on, what something is, please let me know. I'm happy to answer those questions. Anybody in chat, really, you have any questions, you're curious about something, don't hesitate to ask. Gonna deconstruct these walls and these floors to give ourselves essentially free bricks. You can never have enough free bricks. But Kiko, going back to what I was saying earlier, I am using one mod, and that essentially is one that increases the stack size of items. So as you can see, we have 3,100 alpaca wool here instead of whatever the normal stack size would be, maybe 75 or so. And that's just because that way we don't need a storeroom the size of my entire base just to keep up with my kind of hoarding tendencies. So. So we're gonna deconstruct these walls and these walls. We're gonna be left with kind of this just ugly random square wall here, but that's alright. We can deal with that, hopefully. See, Donovan's going right back to cleaning. Good man. Say, how are we doing on clothing? We're doing alright. Clothing looks fine. We have food. Could say, oh no, it's not 0, but I swapped over the temperature to Fahrenheit, so it's okay that it's 32. Box, how are you holding up health-wise? His left toe has been destroyed, which is, you know... Fear hit Box with a clobber from his left fist. He punched him right in the toe, and the toe just... It sailed off in a gory arc, never to be seen again. PGA probably cooked it into a stew that they ate later that night. Fear's fine, he's got some bruises and some bites, but he'll be back to his normal self within no time, harassing other members of our colony for being ugly or having a bad mother or something along those lines, as you do. Crops are being tended to, trees are being cut, we've got plenty of extra wood that's going to be coming in here. Always a good thing. Our stone slag pile here is slowly being dealt with. It would be nice to have a couple more colonists, admittedly. We have a capacity for 14 right now, and we only have 9. 1 prisoner, though. We're slowly breaking his resistance down, so hopefully maybe we'll have 10. It'd be good to have 4 more prisoners, admittedly. Said I can ask questions. Do I know what Five Nights at Freddy's is? I totally do know what that game is. I have no interest in it, but I do know that it is quite popular. There's a lot of people very interested in the lore and some such about those games. A lot of structures around here, just random walls and floors. We have enough to break down as is, so I'm not too worried about it. Gonna be building up a nice stockpile of food here. Resistance has moved to 7.6. It's a 10% reduction. Won't be long before Whale's playing ball for our team. If you do want a colonist, or an animal named after you, by the way, just ask. I believe Shu is the only colonist we have available right now. Yeah. So, if you want to be in my colony, by all means. Do I have a favorite mod in Rimworld? I mean, to be fair, a lot of the mods that I've played have been kind of quality of life mods. Quarry is really nice in that regard, since it alleviates a lot of the resource management issues you run into. Such as when I mine all the steel off of this map, for example, and I have no real income for it. It's nice to have a digging pit to essentially alleviate that. Any mod that allows me to craft things in bulk is very nice, so I don't have to make one meal at a time. Let's see. The hospitality mod is nice. It adds a nice little dimension to the game in terms of handling guests, making sure they're tended to. I haven't played a lot of the like kind of the total conversion mods that really change up the fundamentals, that add new factions, new weapons. When 1.0 stable comes out and mods are given a bit of time to mature and develop, I would very much like... Oh, Fear, please don't, like, block yourself in here, man. But I would very much like to wind up doing a modded run of Rimworld like that. Plump Helmet Punk actually is doing a rather fun playlist of Rimworld. I think he actually concluded it? I don't know. I could be wrong on that. But he was playing with a large number of mods, and it really does make for a fundamentally different experience. So I'll not be trying to copy that directly, but I will be playing with a large amount of mods sometime in the future. Ultra Scavenger, probably not a good idea for me to play Five Nights at Freddy's. Animatronics kind of gave me the creeps when I was a kid. I mean, animatronics are kind of creepy, let's be honest. It's like 150 mods, I can't remember most of them now. I might pick your brain about a few here and there at some point, Plump, if that's alright, just to, You had a few on there that really struck my interest that I was rather fond of that I, you know, would probably go with. Don't know if I want all of them because it did get a little crazy, but we'll see, we'll see. So, anyway, blowback operation completed. So now we can make auto pistols and machine pistols. Let's bump this up to gas operation so we can make chain guns, LMGs, and heavy SMGs. Maybe we'll give our guys some LMGs. So now, you know, we can make machine pistols, pump shotguns, auto pistols are kind of nice. Although bows, despite their crudeness, do a surprising amount of damage. They cut, you know, they cause a lot of bleeding, and they really can incapacitate unarmored targets quite nicely. Well, that's great that you did that. I mean, well, you know what? That's probably the ideal order in which to do that in, if I'm honest. Because now, when this gets deconstructed, there won't be an open hole in the base. So, props to you, buddy. First, I was disappointed, but now I'm alright with it. And don't be surprised in the future if this gets extended out this way and this gets mined out. We'll see. I like having these natural formations here, kind of as a throwback to our roots, though I don't want to wind up just making a kind of a square, you know? We'll see. But the base is kind of quietly progressing here. Construction's happening. Box is still healing up here. I mean, he's making good progress. His bruises are healing. He's still in severe pain, though. He just really got the living shit beat out of him. It also doesn't help that he's 60... You know, excuse me. I'm a dude. BoxMacLeod in this game is not a dude. 63 years old. Greatly affects their ability to heal, I imagine. Take it with the ability to make all sorts of delicious firearms. You can fight wildlife and other colonists. Oh, absolutely. I will occasionally have my base raided by other factions. We have 3 hostile factions near us. And they like to send people at us sometimes. Sometimes wildlife will go insane. We can also hunt wildlife if we need food, but we're not particularly short on anything right now, so I'm not actively hunting. And there's also mechanoids, which are kind of the scourge of my existence right now. If they were to show up. None have attacked me, thank goodness, but just wait. I'm sure one will show its head. So I want to put a spike traps here. Oh my god, our simple meals rotted away. 122 simple meals have apparently rotted away for some reason, because this is probably not set to be frozen. It was probably hovering around 32, so it wasn't frozen. That's devastating right there. That sucks. That was literally my entire food supply. That's probably part of the reason you don't put all of your eggs in one basket in that regard. I should probably be making something like pemmican or survival meals. So guess what we're hunting? It's Muffle hunting time. And some hares and squirrels. Metadog1, welcome to the chat, my friend. Calling me devastating right off the bat. Your Super Metroid is devastating, that's what's up. Oh, Kiko asked, what difficulty am I playing on? I believe we're doing Randy Random. I don't know why I said Randy Random like that. Yep, we're doing Randy Random on medium, just kind of the default difficulty with the random storyteller AI. So who knows what he's going to throw at us. Make them all cannibals. I'm afraid I can't do that without massive morale penalties. I think I do have 1 or 2 cannibals in my colony already, though, so... Does that satisfy you? And if the answer's no, then, well, too bad. You can run yourself a cannibal colony if you'd like in the future. Box is back on his feet. I don't know why. He's feeding some animals, I guess. We're gonna be eating raw berries for a while, but at least... Wow. Metadog, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. It's fantastic to have you here. I really do appreciate it. At least berries, I believe, are okay to eat raw. Nice to eat, even when raw. So that's good. So I don't think they suffer a mood penalty when eating berries. Although, unfortunately, Whale here gets to eat 4 units of rice, of raw, uncooked rice. That is his ration. I could be eating human flesh, but no, wild berries. I mean, I could eat this guy, but I don't really want to, if I'm honest with you. Looks like everyone's asleep, so we'll speed up time while everyone sleeps. Today will probably be the day of the great Muffle destruction. I hope, and not the Muffle revenge, where my colonists all get trampled by a raging herd of Muffalos. He's now waking up. Gonna have their meal of berries. Chomping them berries down. Soaking wet. Oh, you know what I should do, actually? I might as well roof all this in, you know? Apparently this part is not roofed in. I don't think that means that they're exposed to the elements, but Donovan has gotten food poisoning from berries. Cause, dangerous food type. Are we picking poisonous berries and feeding them to our colonists? Because that is less than ideal. Meta. Oh, I'm soaking wet all right. Ooh. That's right, Meta, you told me the berries were a bad idea, but it's too late now. Everyone's gonna get berry madness. Well, looks like Plump is gonna be just cooking. Here, where are you going? You're making some walls, that's fine. Key is gonna hunt Muffalos. Sure. Death Dog's also going to be hunting Muffalos. Let's watch this hunt in action. Shot that one in the leg, shot that one in the body and the liver. Causing fatal damage. I should focus fire, I feel like. We'll recruit these guys for a hunting mission. That one's going down real soon. Excellent. Can't really explain this defense technique, but you know what labyrinth of spikes the raiders must go... Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Essentially setting up a whole bunch of spike traps that raiders are kind of forced to walk through in order to get into my base. I'll be setting that up eventually. But it's kind of early for now to do that. We have a small setup at the moment that will function, I believe, adequately for our needs. Alright, so these guys are done. How about you... Oh, Ooga Booga is hauling. That's great. These guys are... good. Alright, so that's 4 Mufflos. That should provide a good amount of meat for us that Plump can cook up into meals, hopefully. We won't starve. Worst case scenario, there's plenty of berry bushes scattered around the map. I know, oh no, berries, but we won't starve. Famous last words. I do need that meaty muff. You're right, Metadog. Make me some muff burgers. Just not gonna repeat that in decent company. Is this granite? I need more granite. I'm not gonna designate more things right now to be deconstructed since there's already so many. Wailing on that tortoise. An excellent shot. We have some visitors from the White Panda Ambas. It's a heck of a name. It's a hell of a name right there. What is his name? Sencampto, Tapir, and Toller. Who do we have that's good for social? Death Dog, but he's busy shooting tortoises. Attempting to rescue whale. Oh, attempting to recruit whale, excuse me. I'm like, what happened to our prisoner? Let's trade with this guy. Let's see if he'll purchase anything that we have in our colony here. Be great if they wanted some of our leather or something. Maybe he could give us some meals. Maybe they have unusually advanced weaponry for no apparent reason. There we go, and the Mufflos we've hunted are already being taken care of here. So they will buy some of our stuff. We're gonna sell this human leather. As lovely as it is, this toque that's 1% condition, that can kind of go away. So can these bows, since they're literally just sitting outside rotting. In return, since we do need to, we'll just buy all their pemmican. Might not be making fat stacks, but I'm definitely making fat steaks. Oh yeah. Oh, actually, I don't want that bowler hat. Thank you very much. Yeah, that'll do. Gets rid of this junk that we were literally just not doing anything with, and in return, we get ourselves some pemmican, which Death Dog will not haul. The cat is in here demanding attention from me. Everybody say hi to Forrest. We haul that pemmican. Are you grabbing wood to haul to a trap? You totally are, my friend. You're such a good boy. It's a very loud cat, but he likes to join me when I stream, It's just what he does. Ooga Booga, are you eating the Muffalo? Nope. Thought you were going to take a little nibble, but he didn't. It's probably a good thing. Forest. Shh. I'm not giving him attention, and he's throwing a bit of a fit for it. Because that's just what he does. Friend said he had a mental break, and the mental break was the colonists becoming feral, and the... Well, I'm paraphrasing here. Colonists became an animal, and the other colonists had to tame them. Does this exist? I have not heard of that happening, but you know what? It's Rimworld, so it's 100% possible that you could have a tribal colonist have a mental break and go feral on you. I wouldn't be surprised, actually. I've never seen that personally, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. Alright, Forrest, that's enough petting for now. Just like that, we've greatly reduced the Muffalo population, for sure. We got 19 meals that are just kind of sitting here that should probably get put away. PJ, if you don't mind, please haul those out. Get them in storage. There, now we're not particularly low on food. It's not a ton of meals, but we have enough food here to make a bunch more as needed. Worst case scenario, we have a little bit of pemmican. And if I ever wind up with a great excess of pemmican, or meat, or products of any sort like that, I can simply make pemmican. If I have an extra bunch of corn or berries, I can make pemmican out of it. That will never go off. And we had a zzz happen sometimes when the power lines bust. Discharges our batteries and it started a fire. Luckily, should have ventilation in here. Actually, you know what? We do have ventilation, but that high-tech door malfunctioned hard. Yeah, my wooden door there. It didn't use WD-40 on the hinges, and it caused a spark, and everything just lit in flames immediately. So you love when that happens. It's great. But after that little incident, things calmed down, resumed back to normal. We've got 964 units of food here. That's 96 meals. Even though our food rotted away because it was 1 degree too warm, we're gonna pull through just fine. And at some point, I'll probably get around to replacing... I know I said I'm gonna maybe make an outer perimeter here of stone, which I'm probably still gonna do. A lot of these inner walls I'll probably eventually replace with stone. Because of incidents like that. I really don't want to deal with a fire nuking my colony. The problem you run into with enclosed spaces such as these is that the heat has nowhere to vent. So as a result, a little fire in here might suddenly heat this room to 500 degrees, and if somebody goes in there to put it out, they breathe all this superheated air and they're just immediately incapacitated. And that helps nobody. So hopefully we'll not be running into that issue. Also, I think in lieu of all these graves here, I might put in a crematorium. And that way, I can just, free up this space. Maybe I'll make this area kind of our dumping zone. And then this will give me more room to put something here. Maybe I can move the stockpile down here and then have this room be something else. Because it just seems kind of sloppy having this open immediately into a dump pile, you know? But we'll see for now. I'm not particularly worried. We have plenty of time to plan this out in the future. Excuse me. We got fires starting everywhere. Luckily, it's raining heavily, so not a particular threat. Are you pulling the old factorial? We can fix it later. I actually had this discussion just the other day about this exact thing, where I'm doing the factorial thing of, I'll fix it later. So, yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Cog Whistle, thank you so much for the follow. My god, like 3 follows tonight. That's great. That makes me really happy, guys. I thank you very much. Your support really does mean a lot to me. And I'm glad that glad I can provide a little bit of entertainment for you guys. I really do appreciate it. And can somebody in chat do me a favor? I activated MooBot again. And I haven't seen any messages or anything, so I'm not sure if he's actually active here. Can someone just type, like, exclamation... just do exclamation uptime or exclamation Discord or something, just to see if he responds? That'd be great. Would very much appreciate that. Cool beans. MooBot is alive and well. Thank you so much, Ultra Cavenger. I need to figure out how to get emotes to display properly on this chat, by the way, because every time someone posts an emote of some sort, it does this lovely link. So I have no idea. You guys could be posting the most hateful things ever, and I would just be like, "Aw, people are in my chat. That's lovely." Box is almost completely healed up now. His bruisers are now just a little bit yellowish instead of a deep purple. His joints are a little bit less stiff. It's good. Looks like Donovan is the last one to slink off to bed here, so we'll just speed up time so we don't have to sit here through their nappy nap. Probably sleeping like angels right now with the thunderstorms. I know I always sleep great when there's thunder and lightning out. The rain pattering away on the roof, you know? Caithness is the first one up. We're just gonna straight up try and recruit Whale here. He still has a little bit of resistance, but we'll see what happens. Caithness, can you cook at all? A little bit. I would very much like the ability to butcher this. I'd rather not have this Muffalo just kind of rot. It's a lot of meat. It's a lot of leather I don't particularly need, but I would like it gone. So, do I have any production things that I haven't made that I should make? I know sometimes I'll research things and kind of forget about it. So there is an electric tailor bench. For making things quicker, actually. That sounds kind of great. So let's put that in for sure. I don't have a smithy, but I don't know if I need to make non-mechanical weapons or tools at this point. I don't have a smelter because it takes a lot of electricity, and I don't have a crematorium yet. Hydroponics are nice, but my main issue with hydroponics is that they're very power sensitive. The second the power goes out, for any number of reasons, you lose your plants, like immediately. It's not even like, it's not like they wither away after a day or two, which is probably, you know, vaguely more realistic. They just die immediately. So if you have it just a random zzz, which you can't do anything about in the vanilla game, then you're screwed, you know? There's really nothing you can do about that. That kind of stinks. I don't think that's really super fair. You can fix it with mods, but you know, it's not like you're losing power all the time, I suppose, and it's a small trade-off for the rapid growth, but at the same time, like, I'm spending the resources on it. Kiko, thank you so much for joining the Discord. I appreciate that. Hope you enjoy our little community. We're a nice bunch. Plump, I know you're enjoying cooking, but how about you cut this fresh meat up? Honestly, this is such a... This does need to be organized. This really does need to be reorganized. These doors are opening all the time, and look, it's 34 in here when I want it to be 14 because there's so much traffic. So this just needs to be fucking redone. So we do something like that. That's not what I wanted. I'll put a stockpile zone here, and this will be important for food, but not meals, not hay, and not kibble. Pemmican, chocolate, and raw food will go in here. And it's only 16 slots, but I'm generally not growing or having enough variety of my food to require much more than that. And if we do, there's another kind of slightly cooler area here that it can at least be refrigerated in. This will definitely be the freezer zone. Donovan keeping the place spick and span. Looks beautiful. Gorgeous. Box is totally healed up. Back in action. Still have a bunch of mining and deconstruction that needs to be done, but we also don't have really... You know, Box is our miner. What's he doing? Well, he's mining, so that's good. Good man. Level 9, but he has a burning passion for it, so that's great. So he'll be real happy to just toil away at the steel mines there. Can you haul those components out, please? Thank you much. Now it should start to cool off in here. Eventually, I hope. Mind you, there's still going to be a lot of traffic in here as this stuff gets moved out, But that's good. Just just leave that pile of meat in the doorway. You know, pry open the we're gonna cool off the world, I guess. Good job, guys. Got some more Muffalos here to chop up into bits. Fresh harvest here. Our rice came in. Shoe's playing some billiards. Gonna be a pool shark for the colony. Why not, right? I suppose this area could probably actually be expanded into additional bedrooms as needed. For now, we don't need them, but we could probably fit. Let's just check. So we could fit 2 more bedrooms there, and I guess if we really wanted to, we could probably just put one there. So 3 more bedrooms is needed. I'm totally fine with that. Donovan, you know what? Since when you're not cleaning, do construction. I know you're not good at it, but that's alright. Does crafting... Does anybody know what skill is related to smoothing? He'll also be our basic. Doesn't even need to have a doctor skill. He's gonna break down some of these walls now. He's not good at it. But that's alright. We have another, you know, Jurin here can actually do the building. He can just wreck stuff. He'll take a sledgehammer and he'll just take it to the walls. He'll have a good time with it. He'll learn how to handle it better and better. There we go. This finished, by the way, so there's that. Don't want to even put a light in here. But good, it's nice and chilly in there. 16 degrees. Ice cold. My mouse appears to be invisible when menus are open. Oh, it's doing that thing. It's doing that thing where the mouse doesn't line up with the where I'm clicking. And I don't remember how we fixed that. I can understand that's probably really frustrating, actually. How did we fix that last time? Was that a resolution thing? Was that a UI scale? Was that a OBS thing? I don't remember, unfortunately. Like, for reference, right now, you can't see my cursor. On my screen, it's touching the very upper right corner of where it says zone in the lower left menu there. So, for some reason, it's not lined up properly. Let me see if I just change the resolution really quick. If for some reason that will fix it. Nope, that totally does not fix it. I don't remember how to... I think it's maybe because my monitor is a higher resolution natively. Hold on, did that do it? Nope, nope, it's still acting weird. It's some kind of weird resolution thing. It did this last time, but I don't remember how we fixed it, unfortunately. It's a strange bug. It might be that... I mean, I did this. Yeah, if I run it in window now, it's fine, but now my performance kind of sucks. Well, actually, no, it's not that bad. I just don't get the luxury of a full screen game experience now. Ah, well. C'est la vie. Crops are being replanted. Did you have a good day of construction? Level 3 construction already. Did he break... What did he break down? He broke down all these walls? That's great. Take that. Absolutely. I think he tore some down up here. We mined out a bit more of this steel, thank God. We need every little tiny bit we can get. Steel and components to manufacture weapons and such. Because they get surprisingly, well, probably not too surprising, they get expensive when we want the good stuff. And we will definitely want the good stuff. But it's going to be a while before we get to that point. Especially with dumb things such as skill rust in the game. Which kind of prevent us from reaching the really high levels of stuff. Because the second you get to a certain skill, it just rusts so quickly that unless you're basically training that skill constantly, it's never going to advance. And we're just not going to go into a rant about that. I've already done it and nobody wants to hear it. Well, that's good. This stuff's getting hauled out. Everyone is toddling off to bed here. Shoe's bed's a little damaged. Kind of flame singed here. But, the sheets are still comfy. The pillow smells like a campfire. It's very reassuring. Reminds them of their old tribal days. We'll let them sleep. Box is always up, like, first thing in the morning. This guy just doesn't need a lot of sleep, does he? He's a quick sleeper. That's probably why. Rest rate multiplier plus 50%. That would do it. Also a very slow worker despite that, so they get up first thing in the morning to not work very hard at all. But that's fine. As long as the job gets done, that's all I care about, really. The resistance remaining is 1.1. Whale will be ours. Oh yes. Will be mine. And you can pimp yourself out from our fine selection of goods here. Though I do believe we are lacking hats. We'll need to fix that. Like, 4 people in our colony are currently without hats. That's just not acceptable. Plump will get right on that. Could make some human leather penis hats, but I'm not going to do that. Need to crank out more meals so we have at least 100 in storage. Plump doesn't really care though. He's just gonna cook up those Muffle steaks, and he's just gonna throw them on the ground. He's just got a pile of plates stacked up like a diner. People can come in and grab them as they want. They'll stay fresh for a little while before they start to smell. Then you just toss them in the freezer. The colonists don't mind if the meat's freezer burned. It's better than eating corn mush. I mean, it's really not. I think I'd rather eat fresh corn mush than freezer burned steak. But these guys are tribals. They wouldn't know good food if it ran into their mouth. Not that food does that, but that's not the point. What's Donovan up to? I can't click on him apparently. Where are you, Donovan? But really though, where... There he is. Tearing down this wall. Does that give him construction skill when he does that? It totally does. He has basic familiarity with it. How about you? Just spend your day doing this. Don't worry about hauling. Oh, it's well, no, I was gonna say it's because hauling is its number 2 priority, but... Deconstruct, my friend. Slowly but surely this path will be built on the remnants of former civilization. Since there's no naturally occurring granite in this map, and for whatever strange reason, I decided it would be a good idea to make a granite path. I'm assuming probably because that's the most of that block type I had at the time, when it probably should have been sandstone. Live and learn, though. Such is the nature of the Rimworlds. So I'm running out of resources here. Or, not resources, sorry. Space for my resources. Whale's resistance has been broken by PGA. He will soon be ours. And I don't know what will make him do. He's good at shooting, so he might just be another marksman for the colony here. I think he's good with shooting at least. Whoops. Yeah, he is. He's also trigger happy, so he shoots quickly but not as accurately. Exactly, Ultra Cavenger. You understand my Wayne's World references that I wasn't directly trying to make, but did so anyway. This is why we're friends. Literally the only reason. If you stop making these references, I'm dumping you. Chunking away at this steel. There's just a ton of it sitting here. It's great. Jurin just immediately scooping up those bricks. He knows what the deal is. Laying more of that flagstone down. Hopefully we wind up having enough in the end, and if not, well, that's just gonna be a shame, isn't it? We've got a mad squirrel on the loose. Trigger happy, huh? Maybe he should get Wayne's gun back. This time I can say that I do own a gun, let alone many guns to necessitate an entire rack. I know what to do with a gun rack. This squirrel's gonna come busting in. And, it's not gonna go well for him. This healthy male squirrel, age 3. You better watch out, buddy. Well, rip Squirrel! His rampage has come to an end at the jaws of a steel trap. We'll just swap that out real quick. And we'll just pretend that never happened. Squirrel faction denies the existence of this renegade. With a psychic drone, all the males in the colony wince in agony as their nuts are now being invaded by aliens. Squirrel uses rampage. It's not very effective. I would say it's not effective. If your initial goal is to cause death and destruction and you just immediately kill yourself, then yeah, I'm gonna say that's a mission failed. All this wonderful steel. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but you really... Two things you can never have enough of. Steel and components. And, well, I suppose plasteel as well, but... Donovan, what's wrong? Oh, the drone is not helping. This... Oh, this is the motherfucker that's always greedy for an impressive bedroom. Ugh. Anybody out there want a colonist named after him? Shoe still needs a name. Meals are being created. Nice stockpile of meat built up here. And some corn, because why not? Throw some squirrel meat on the Barbie too, why not? Just mix that shit all up. Is Donovan building something? Oh, the trap is being built, there we go. Okay. Still want to express my displeasure that traps are now rearmed by having them being completely rebuilt instead of simply rearmed. I think that's garbage. Have it on record. Whale seems to be a gun nut like me. I'll take him once he gets suitably indoctrinated. You got it. You want to just be... You want me to try to fit Ultra Cavenger in the name? It's a bit of a stretch. I'll do it, though. I am BoxMacLeod. So now what's Donovan doing? Having a meal. He's on the edge of breaking down. He's hungry, but that's getting renovated. Remedied. Let's just do Fox. I go by that sometimes. Box and Fox. There we go. That works for me. Rhyming is always welcome in this colony. So you know what? You know who's here that doesn't have a character? Is Dick Large. Whale's gonna join our side soon. He knows we have berries and clothing. He wants that. I know he does. It's eating at him in the back of his mind. Just some primal nugget in his brain is saying, no, no, don't give in, but the smell of those grilled berries is gonna get to him. Donovan is gonna binge on the tiny amount of ambrosia that we have. The stupid asshole. Because wham wham, my bedroom's not impressive. I'm a stupid dick. So that's his words, not mine. Look at this. 600 steel just sitting here. It's glorious. Beautiful. How are our animals all doing? That's good. Warg is pregnant. Alpaca's pregnant. Whale's gonna join because he saw firsthand how safe the place is against squirrel invasions. That's exactly right. He could hear the chitters of that rabid squirrel as it paced outside the walls. And then he just heard the solid, reassuring thunk of that spike trap as it mutilated its tiny body into meat chunks. And then he went, damn, I need to get in on this. My old colony didn't have squirrel traps like this. And then he probably smelt the stew that PGA made out of it that night and was like, man, these guys have it made. Soon. He'll join soon. Caithness is having a major break risk. Why is that? Because of the drone? It's dark, unsightly environment. We have a beautiful environment, thank you kindly. This place is gorgeous. It would be better lit if lights weren't expensive and consumed so much power. But that's what they do. So we're not doing lots of lights in this colony. Normally I would, you know, I would love to have all these lights here. But if I want to put lights in each of these bedrooms, it's 20 steel each. You know? There's 11 bed, it's 220 steel. Just, no, fuck off. That's not acceptable. We'll see, they'll move that up here so the lighting is spaced a little better. Donovan ate all of the ambrosia. Now Caithness wants that ambrosia. It's a good thing Donovan didn't scarf it all down. Enjoy your one ambrosia. Because of your psychic drone. Oh wait, Donovan ate it. No ambrosia for you. Guess you suck. Enjoy suppressing the supernatural urges flowing through your mind now. I don't have any sympathy for you. This is... Winners don't do drugs. Didn't the FBI teach you anything in the early 90s? I'll tell you one thing. We don't have room for losers on this colony. We are the Grey Sound Confederation, which I still think would be an awesome name for a band. That was just a generated name for the colony? It was just the one that popped up when, well, it might not have popped up as the first choice, but I might have randomed it a few times, but I don't know. But I really liked it, so I stuck with it. Just say no to Psychic Drone, that's right. That's the slogan for this colony, just say no to Psychic Drone. Yes, the Grey Sound Confederation, that's us. And our faction... I totally forgot the name of our faction. We are the Grey Ocean. That's the name of the Grey Sound Confederation's fan base. They are the Grey Ocean. First album was Hot Fire. Fam. Lit Squad. Well, these guys are being productive members of society here, just kind of roaming around. Not accomplishing much of anything, really. It's great. I love it. Look at this cute little Muffle skeleton, by the way. Like, you see his little eyes? It looks happy. It looks like a very happy, jolly skeleton. If you made that into a plush, somebody would buy that. I can guarantee it. 100% guarantee. He is eating a meal of corn mush. Probably pretty good. It's like cream of wheat. It's just cream of corn. I love cream of wheat, by the way. That stuff's so good. Put a little brown sugar in it. Maybe a little heavy cream if you're feeling decadent. I swear to God, I'm not an old man. In disguise. Wow, there's so much left to mine here that no one's really touching. All in due time. There we go. Whale has been recruited. Welcome, Whale. As requested. Fox. He's just gonna rip off his clothing immediately. Put on some fresh threads here. Fortunately, we do not have any firearms for you at the moment. There we are. He's got himself some clothing. And I guess he's just immediately going to go sleep. Great. Welcome to the colony, Fox. Let's make a couple hats here. Let's make 5 hats. Probably getting treatment for his asthma, as one does. Lots of stuff on the map. We don't really need to kill any of this stuff for now. We'll let the wargs have their fill of it as needed. They do love to eat small animals, and it's fine. It saves me resources. We have a good amount of food as is. Donovan is still just kind of in a berserk state here. He'll be alright. I never set up Fox's interests here. He's not super good at this stuff, but he does have a passion for it. Don't need to... Well, you know what? Fine. Don't research. I'm not going to assign you in hunting right now because you don't have a ranged weapon. Don't need you to be a doctor. Well, you could be a shitty backup doctor. You have some handling ability, but it's real bad, so... He'll just do what he needs to do. Plump is a really good cook, isn't he? He's not that good of a cook, so why do I have him set to 1? He should be doing other things, actually. Plump, you're a fine cook, but we have better men for that job. Are you gonna make a hat? He's totally gonna make a hat. PGA hit a trap. That's no good. You're supposed to be able to walk around those, my friend. It did a number on him. He got stabbed in the neck and the torso. His arms got stabbed. His lung is punctured. His pelvis is cracked. He done goofed. What a mess. You really need to be more careful, man. Maybe I should remove this one, actually. Since that's probably going to cause a shitload of problems being placed there. PJ, what on earth are you doing? Cooking simple meal. Get rest. PJ blew his PB pace again. Yeah, he was trying to speed run out of the base. Oh, we need a doctor's stat here. How long do you have to live? You have 9 hours. I need you... Yeah. Definitely tend to PGA here, please. I don't need him bleeding out. Plump, cranking out a good quality cowboy hat. Putting it on himself. He liked it so much. There we go. Tended to his neck and his arm there. He'll be okay. He'll be okay. Which reminds me, how much silver? We have 800 silver. I do not have the technology right now to make sterile tiles. Otherwise, I would probably line the kitchen and the hospital with them. Death Dog is at 18 research. That dude's insane. Very good at what he does. That's basically what happened. He was like, I'm gonna make myself a sandwich while he was just bleeding all over everything. Ever. Because why not? You're not yourself when you're hungry, if Snickers has taught me anything. This stream's sponsored by Snickers, but not really. You can actually get in trouble for making false what the fuck is the word? Allegations like that. My stream is not sponsored, nor will it ever be. Bleeding to death? Why wait? It's gonna be the best sandwich of his life. You could even say it was to die for. Tearing down these walls like a champ. Honestly, just deconstruct the walls. Thanks. It's just kind of very weird AI that probably essentially since hauling and construction I think are on the same tier for him. Which no, they're not. For some reason the AI is queuing a haul job right after he's done doing construction, which no, that doesn't make sense. Don't do that. Plump making some wonderful bricks as he does. Donovan's exhausted. Oh, maybe that's why he wanted to haul. What? You can move that stuff and then you probably just want to go to sleep, which I wouldn't blame you. That steel is finally getting moved, which is great. Refill our supplies a little bit. Donovan has collapsed due to extreme exhaustion. Can he be... Well, he doesn't need to be rescued or anything. He's just gonna... That's alright. We'll let him slumber outside and hope that something doesn't eat him. Flak jacket. Can I make a flak jacket? I cannot. Is there research for that? There's Devil Strand, which is nice, but not what I'm looking for. There's plate armor, there's flak armor. We could probably craft some of that after we're done with gas operation here. Which won't take long at this rate. Death Dog is cruising through it quite nicely. Which also reminds me... Need to set these guys to the proper schedule. Caithness, hello, welcome, hi. Good to have you here. Our path is almost halfway done after what feels like many months of trying to construct it. Sorry you're late, you're playing Rimworld and didn't see you get online. Well, that's alright. Now that you're done playing Rimworld, you can watch somebody else play Rimworld. It's beautiful. It's the circle of life of Rimworld. Ugh. Let's It's really nice to be streaming again. I had a break there of like a month. And I missed this a lot. I'm finally actually able to physically do it. I wasn't even able to for a while because of injuries. And I'm finally able to again. It's nice. It's nice to have people here. It's nice to interact with you guys. Anyone that's watching this video after the fact. It's nice to hear from you guys too. I appreciate every view, every like, every comment. It means a lot to me. I do this for you guys. And because I have fun doing it too, but, you know. If only I could stream at work. Have a hot, exclusive library stream. Check in books while you check out this stream. Ooh, yeah. You can do both. You're playing while watching me on a tablet. That's great. That's just double the rim. Fox, what are you doing? Ah, you two are playing billiards together. Well, looks like Fox kicked your ass because Caithness just stormed off to eat a meal. Or no, he's gonna cram it down PGA's throat. He's getting better, although now his leg has some scarring, which is very unfortunate. That's definitely gonna affect his ability to move. Well, hopefully that gets resolved soon enough. Plumps up to 12 crafting here. Gas operations. Now we can make chain shotguns, LMGs, and heavy SMGs. So now let's research. Sterile materials are nice. Ooh, that's a raid noise. Actually, gun turrets would be great, because those are these simple automated ones. They're very crude, but they will work. Group of Outlanders from Stibium have arrived. They're attacking immediately. So how many do we have? We've got 4. It's a knife, that one has a knife, that one has a heavy SMG, and that one has a revolver. Oh, we got guys outside? That's not good. We need to get them out of here immediately. Scramble the crew here. Fox is not even armed, unfortunately, so we'll give him something. Fox and Caithness can chill down here because they're melee, but we will have new weapons after this, hopefully, assuming this raid goes successfully. We'll get everyone in position here. Fox is completely unarmed. Blast him from... Actually, we'll blast him from the other side. No, I'm a gun nut. I always gotta bring a knife to a gunfight. That's right. Traps wailed on this guy with the heavy SMG. As did that one. That just fucking... That did him in right there. That's great, because that heavy SMG was probably one of the bigger threats. Definitely release the animals. Good. Get Matthew here. Oh, he's dead. One's out of commission. So there, we got ourselves some hot new gear here. Have yourself a heavy SMG. We didn't even suffer any injuries, really. We had an animal get injured, but we've got some tea and some joints, a little bit of silver out of it. Some clothing that we're not really going to use, unfortunately. Flak vest is kind of nice, and pants. Hey, traps helped, though. Absolutely. We're going to take a good rest after that. Hopefully our cougar friend will be okay. Tail got cut off. Otherwise, just some bruises. Really nothing to worry about. I do think I want to put in a... Does that mean he's a bobcat now? That's exactly what that means. Nailed it. I love it. I love it. Alright, we are going to deconstruct these graves, and we're going to kind of redo this little area down here. I'm going to let this go speed. I'm going to let it speed up just for a little bit. Burying the bodies, I wish you hadn't, because I want to put the crematorium up here. So, well, I wanted to put it sideways, but we'll do that. And hell, we'll put a put a little stool, a wooden stool, because that makes sense, right? Cougar's fully healed up. Hardly any damage at all from that raid. Wonderful. What is this being made out of? Sandstone. Good. We have plenty of sandstone. Let's get that cranked out. It's going to take a little while to build here, but we won't need to worry about graves here. Take large, sorting out our storage area here. We have plenty of food. He's gonna be a busy boy. What's Donovan doing? Oh, Donovan is the one building this. I thought this was gonna be Fear. He is busy deconstructing these walls. That's fine. As long as construction is occurring. You know what, Ultra Cavenger? I liked that pun so much. Can I name this animal? We're gonna name Cougar 1 Bob. That's not... I was gonna say, that was not a cougar, that was a muffalo, but they were just merged on top of each other. Very conveniently there. He still has a tail, despite the fact that he doesn't have a tail. Schrodinger's tail. I'm gonna leave this running for just a moment, guys. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and it looks like the colony was not destroyed overnight. Or overnight, while I was gone getting a drink for 2 seconds. Always a good thing. Crank up the game audio a little bit here. Seems a little quiet. Could be wrong, though. Every time I seem to make a choice in terms of audio in this game, it seems to be the wrong choice. I think my mic is clipping a little bit. I might need to crank the compressor up a little bit so that it's, you know, compressing more. Especially if I'm making weird loud spitting noises, which are ideal for streaming, by the way. Pro tip. Puff a lot of air into the mic. It's really good for it. Likes it. It's like blowing into an NES cartridge. Makes it work better. I'm wondering on how I should continue to expand things. Things are a little cramped right now in our colony here. It's very basic, but it does work. Box is heading off to sleep. Well, alright, we got Outlanders. Oh, they arrived nearby in transport pods. Oh, there's a lot of them. They did not like how the last raid went, so they sent reinforcements. These guys are very heavily armed. Oh goodness, this is gonna be a rough one. Oh, we're gonna let our colonists sleep for a little bit here. And hopefully we'll be able to defend here. Shit, abandon the colony. I'll set it on fire first so that they can't actually loot anything. And we'll just leave behind a burning pile of rubble and we'll start a new, better colony in its wake. Oh, and we have a refugee that's being chased here. They're a healer. I'm really not going to get 2 raids at once. That just seems unnecessary, so I'm sorry, Seva. I appreciate that you reached out to us for help, but, you're going to die. Alright. Alright, squad. Fam squad here. We're going to release our animals. I believe we have 1 person with melee. We're gonna move them up here by the, this thing, because this tends to be a point of attack for them, especially if they're coming from the north. I would not be super surprised if they try to break down the AC here. That's why I put those traps there. Started the fire, but Katniss can put that out. Let's get our guys positioned a little better here. Just wrecking them right off the bat. They're already fleeing. We're gonna see how many we can knock out here. There we go. Excellent work. Animals tearing it up. We have 1 survivor, it looks like. Pan, the adventurer here, He's gonna die in 10 hours, but he's a very good shooter. He's a greedy misogynist. He's also intellectual. He's good at crafting. We do have a fire, though. Good amount of resources from that as well. A lot of weapons gained, which is excellent. We'll most certainly upgrade from this. And the only one that really sustained any injuries was Fox. He took a bunch of gunshots from some auto pistols. So he'll get patched up, hopefully, quickly. Don't... No, 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 no. I need you to... Yes, tending to Fox. Please take care of his injuries first. Who's our second in command for Dick Large? Where are you at? It's tending to Fearful. You know what? Tend to Pan here. Fearful will be fine. Fearful did not take any grievous injuries. Let's see if Pan can join the crew here. Definitely want to grab these weapons. Bolt action's very nice. Welcome back, Ultra Cavenger. You missed a raid. Went well, though. To use the hot new hip lingo, we had a victory royale. Your shooting is kind of okay. I have this auto pistol. Oh good, a boom rat self-tamed. I totally want that. Who's our best shooter though? Death Dog is. Followed by Key. What is Key? Key is armed. The poor guy with a... Guess I didn't learn the first time. You screw with the box, you get the flap. I like that a lot. I mean, it makes sense that our war chief would have a revolver, or I guess a sheriff would have a revolver, but there we go. Slightly better weapons for these guys. Fear, you can have a auto pistol here. Donovan fail. Okay, I was gonna say, did we like? I saw their portraits fade. I'm like, did someone trigger a spike trap and then everyone just died? No, we're alright. Keithness, have an actual firearm if you don't mind. Good, now everyone is at least armed with a gun. Fox should be able to recover just fine from his injuries. Pan, how are you doing? Pan's thumb and finger have been shot off. That's going to be an issue for your shooting, I would imagine. We'll see, though. We'll see. Do you think... Oh, it's because Donovan is constructing these. Yeah, that would do it. Definitely build a few more of these traps, though. He's up to 4 construction, though. He's getting a little better with it. He's not perfect, but... Alright. We now have a crematorium, so cremate corpses. And actually, you know what? Do that forever. For apparel. We don't want clean, we just want tainted. All of it. Unless it's... If it's masterwork or legendary, we'll hold on to it. And we'll always do that. Additionally, for apparel, we'll also do clean, but not this. And if it's awful or poor, then we'll also burn that. And we'll do that forever. So this is going to cause a bit of a mood penalty to deconstruct these graves, but then those bodies will get burned. AKA, how did it get burned, as they say. So put in some more concrete here, since we do have the steel for it. And we do have a chance to recruit you, so we'll work on that. We need a clean bitch. That's gonna be Fox. Sick burn's gotta happen somehow, right? Yeah, I'm on my usual roll. Yeah, you are on a roll, my friend. And now you get to be on a paper towel roll because you're gonna be clean bitch when you're not passed out in the hospital from gunshots and some such. Perfect. More traps for the trap god. Eat a bullet, pick up a mop, right? Basically. You're no good to us now with your, you know, your asthma. I should grow a little devil strand, maybe start making like devil strand dusters for everybody. That'd be good shit. Stuff just takes forever to grow, unfortunately. Plump has become a master in the meantime of manipulating stone chunks into bricks. He's just, it's all he does now. Fox has a major break risk because of the pain. Bad environment, recreation's unfilled. The hospital's awful, excuse me? This hospital's wonderful, thank you very much. Dick Large doesn't get to clean until all the blood is picked up. Gun turrets have been researched. You know, simple thing as it is, carpet making. We have a lot of excess cloth, it's good for morale. There, the hospital, oh, apparently the hospital is still awful, which is unfortunate, but... oh well. And now it's all filthy, because someone had to go bleed everywhere. PGA. Just forbid these. Now he's got to clean it all up. sure this place is spotless. If it's not spotless, I'm gonna hear about it. The health inspector is gonna have a field day. Dick Large is on a psychite binge because he ate without a table. He had to hold that tray in his hand, and as he brought that fork up to his lips, he just said, "Fuck this. I'm gonna have myself some acid." Cool. Now what are you burning? Burning that poor quality? Yeah, you might as well burn it. It's garbage. We don't need no poor quality apparel on these guys. I think it actually puts a bad moodlet on them anyway. So anything to boost morale, I suppose. Fox needs to heal from his injuries because we need this place to be clean. Concrete pad's been put in here. It's alright. Take it. Donovan, just real quick. Just... There you go. Real easy. Only took you a sec. You laid out all the work and... You know, not that hard, right? So now if we want, we can build ourselves some mini turrets. Requires steel to refurbish its barrel after heavy use. Why on earth does everything in this game now start requiring resources to reuse? Like, come on now. I don't know if he's trying to push caravans or what, but I like having this map and working off of this. I don't want to have to resort to moving to other maps. I don't want to have to refurbish my turrets after heavy use. It should be set and forget. That's what I want. That's what it's been until every other version. I'm gonna bitch and whine about it because it's something I want to bitch and whine about. That just seems, stop doing things like that. His resistance is lowering. In time, Pan will be one of us. That's Fox holding up here. His gunshots are healing. They're not perfect, but he got good quality treatment, so he'll be fine. These floors need to be removed. Like such. What's this steel up here that was being mined? Where was that? It's up here, was it not? I don't even remember now. Oh, there's some over here that's been mined out. That's good. Should have grabbed more of that. Maybe it was over here and it already got all eaten, so that's good. 1,651 steel. That's great. That's really good. Can always use more, but that's a good amount to stockpile for now, for sure. Love to have a trader come by to take some of this leather off of our hands, like a bulk goods trader. But I think we need to research like trade beacons or something like that before anybody comes by. But we're making progress. gotten some good upgrades, some good weapons and armor here. Dick is just wandering aimlessly. Everyone else is asleep, so let him sleep. Keep on healing, friend. Dick Large is no longer binging. He's immediately just gonna go pass out. Sure, and wakes up, he's gonna have himself a meal. It's really not the most efficient layout, making him come all the way down here to eat, but, you know, 'tis whatever. How about Key, you, just cremate some of these. There we go. Oh good, cremation no longer strips them of their clothing before they're burnt. That's... well, you know, it's dead man's clothing, so I don't want it anyway, but, fine. Fine. So, I'm gonna remove these zones. And we're actually gonna put a dump pile here, and this is going to be, well, actually, you know what, well, it's going to be small. It doesn't need to be that big for chunks and corpses like such. These things will just eventually deteriorate, hopefully. Cathus. Not burn apparel. You need material, sure, but what about... oh, you can't burn weapons in a crematorium. Okay. They just kind of have to either rot or get sold. That's fine. So now we have this just kind of space out here for whatever. Not sure necessarily what we're gonna do with it, but we have it. I might use it actually to expand the stockpile area. Or, yeah, you know what I could do? Hello, Forest. Hi. Donovan's throwing a tantrum because he ate without a table. What a bitch. We'll make this into a stockpile and we'll kind of section it off. Hello, Phil, on YouTube. Yes, mostly unmodded. I am playing with one single mod currently to increase the stack size of items, and that is the only one that I'm running with. Donovan's just gonna break shit, because he's a dick. Bashing on the stoneworking table as Plump is working on it. Not very nice. Not very nice at all, actually. Also, you know what? 3's not enough. This needs to be... make this big. Bigger, I should say. And this area we'll just have it into, turn it into just a general hallway-ish kind of zone. many tiles was this? 6 by 13. We do have enough. Oh, I didn't want to do that. It was 300 something tiles, so we could probably swap this out with tiles additionally. We'll do that. And this will give us plenty of room to store things. And this I'll probably line up some shelves and stuff. This I'm actually going to do that with. Just so I can have another another tile this way, so this is spaced out evenly, because this is really bothering me. Even after his catharsis, he's still pissed off because he needs a bigger bedroom because he's just a big jerk. Donovan. Really don't know why I did this. This is bad. If I had the freezer mod, it wouldn't be a big deal, but... I suppose I could probably just demolish this completely. And just put meals in here. Since they've got to go into an awkward room anyways. Let's save ourselves the power. Just deconstruct all of it. Well, not all of it. We want to keep this wall, obviously. Might as well be more conveniently awkward, that's right. Welcome to BoxMacLeod. Deconstruct that. Put the wall there. Put that one. That should be alright. That should do the trick. Laying down new tiles. It's gorgeous. We'll let it speed up for a little bit here while they run this. There's not much else of interest really happening. Box is fully healed up. It's getting to work cleaning all the vomit and the puke that's happened in his absence. And he's gonna play some billiards, as one does. Still a bloody mess down here, but that will get cleaned up in time, I'm sure. How's Pan doing over here? He's fully healed up. His resistance is slowly dropping. Caithness dropping some steel off at the pool here. 2,200 steel, 2,200 wood. It's wonderful. Be ending the stream here shortly, I think. We're a little over 2 hours. I know it's relatively short for me in terms of stream time, but, you know, I'm happy with the amount that's been accomplished today. Carpet making has been researched. That's great. I can make cocoa. Ooh. Yeah, let's get some cocoa growing here. That sounds great. We've struck compacted steel. Excellent. Keep at it, Box. Level 10 miner here. Chip away at that for a while. Still more here. Got a mad tortoise. Gonna slowly come towards our base to terrorize it. Caithness is going to fix this issue, though, with a little bit of Smith & Wesson treatment. It's very slowly advancing. Look out. Run away. It's a tortoise. You can do it. This isn't a difficult shot. It's like that scene from Austin Powers with the dude on the steamroller. Destroyed its kidney and severely damaged its shell. There we go. You've saved the colony. Congratulations, Caithness. You are a hero. Here we go. This has been laid out. This still needs to be all broken down, but... so that zone can just be gotten rid of completely. And all this stuff can get moved in here. So we have a little more room here. Hopefully that will all get sorted out. Box is being very vigilant in cleaning up. The place already looks a lot better. Great job. Get all this stuff nice and moved. These floors improved as well. That I don't like. I don't like that at all. Caithness, why are you giving me the ellipsis? You saved the colony. Eventually I need to get some auto doors in here. Make everyone's lives a little easier. So much stuff to move, because there's massive stacks. So many doors. Perfect. Much better this way. That doesn't need to be roofed in. Just getting the last of that steel moved, really. Perfect. Guess we'll just keep the poor quality weapons and some such around to sell to somebody. They've got to be worth a little bit of money, you know? As long as we currently have the storage space for it, it's not the end of the world. Young Bear 89, eating an entire jar of mayonnaise for supper. Hell yeah. You are the hero that we need. But, and we'll put a nice red and blue setup there. Pimp out these bedrooms. Some nice cream carpet. And we'll line this with a dark carpet. Rec area can have a carpet. Well, hell yeah, man. Welcome to the BoxMacLeod experience. I hope it's enjoyable for you. Means a lot that you're willing to take in my content, man. And I will do my best to make sure there's plenty more. I just realized I probably laid out... I don't have nearly as much cloth as I thought I did, because all of it probably went into making, clothing. So you know what? Let's just pretend I told you to do none of that. How much is that going to be? 7 by 7 is 49. Oop, I didn't want that. We have a volcanic winter, which is going to obscure the sun. Temperatures are going to drop, and our crops are not going to be growing as ideally as we want them to. That's unfortunate. We'll get by, though. We'll get through. Cocoa has been finished. Excellent. So now let's research auto doors. It would be very nice to have auto doors for mainly like this area. Fox needs treatment for their asthma. Reroute those conduits as well. Kinda don't like how the prison area comes out on our little rec zone here, but that's just how it has to be for now. Love me some Cataclysm. This is a pretty good series too. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Oh, Fear, I really hope you've got... Are you gonna... Better fix that. There you go. Phew. That could have been a little messy. And of course we used up all the cloth. And there's a volcanic winter, so... Guess who's not gonna have enough cloth to finish our floor? You guessed me, you're correct. Oh good, even this is all cleaned up. These stone chunks have been... Whoops, those stone chunks have been made into bricks. By an overzealous plump. Looks like stuff is being broken down, which is great. It's very good. More bricks for us. For the low, low cost of nothing. Rotten animal corpses will also go in the cremator. Like these. So hopefully someone will come along and just toss those in there at some point. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. Easily solved. I should really just expand this out that way. I know I've been kind of going back and forth on my time speeds from fast to slow. I'm trying to avoid playing too much of this at triple speed, but just for getting things done like this, when a vast majority of what they're doing is relatively simple things. I'd rather just not do it at 1x, you know? Box the clean machine. Never a dull moment for him. Always sweeping. Always little patches of dirt. He knows right where they are, and he's just on it. How's Pan doing here? Might be a bit stumpy, but you get the job done. That's right, Fox. You know what's up. So where are these chunks coming from that you're breaking up, Plump? I don't think I had anyone haul any more chunks, but not a bad thing, mind you. Donovan ripping up some floor, and he's done with that. Tore out one tile and said, fuck it, I'm sleepy. I don't want to do this. Ooga Booga's about to give birth. We have ourselves a little warg in our colony. Our unfinished dining room. It's wonderful. Yay, we have a new warg. We have 2 new wargs, Emma and Willa. Aww. Welcome. Where are they? Here they are. Look at the little cuties. Aww. Little ferocious buggers. They're gonna eat all the bad guys. Our food is not low, but it's not super high either. But you know what we can do to fix that? We can go hunting. There we go, that should provide a nice source of meat. I think auto doors will actually do a surprising amount in terms of our throughput. Hunting season, boys. Ooh, we have some cargo pods. They're filled with milk. Take it. Delicious, healthy milk. Look at that, already the harvest has begun. That dog burned himself, as one tends to do. With boomalopes. He'll be fine, though. Ooga Booga and Fearful getting it on. Loving one another. So excited that she gave birth. So you're emptied out, I gotta fill you back up again. My kinda action. Food should not be in here. No food. Expected the colony to be an absolute horror show. Well, that's... nah. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm not the kind of person that's like, make your colony a bunch of, like, insane naked people that eat each other. It's like, I don't get enjoyment out of that. Well, to be fair, if you're basing it how insane Cataclysm is pretty darn insane. It's really hard to compete with that. You're just not gonna win that insanity battle. Rimworld can still get crazy, don't get me wrong. Alright. PGA, what are you doing? Playing Hoopstone? You're gonna play Butcher. Oh, fungaloids. I remember my desperate journey to find, whatchamacallit, fungicide. That was a fun series. Meat's back on the menu, boys. We got plenty of it. It's like some of the cotton harvest came in as well. I should probably move animal corpses, not here. So for corpses, do not allow fresh. I could actually probably just put a... Silly as this seems, we're gonna put the animal corpses here. Make that important. Did I get this on Good Old Games or Steam? I purchased this on Steam. I didn't even know it was on GOG, actually. I know now. And boom, just like that. 1200 meat. And we reveal a little area here. Oh my goodness. We revealed an area. Mine all of this steel, all of those components. Yes, please. Chunks of spacecraft have landed nearby. That's free steel and components. I will take all of it. Mine that out in addition. So looking up. Food supplies restored. Research is coming along well. Good amount of storage here. We've got bodies taken care of. We're making some good advances here. Also, no medicine. Medicine goes in the hospital. Can you cook, Katniss? Can you butcher? You're not assigned to cook. What about you, Key? Neither are you. I don't think Steam is the sole platform. I think you can actually just buy it directly from the developer as well. I haven't actually followed the distribution since I own the game on Steam, so I haven't particularly had a need to really look elsewhere, you know. Kasumi has given birth to a little alpaca. Train them. Box. Can you just butcher these real quick? You don't want these bodies, you know, just kind of sitting around. Not that it seems to necessarily be stopping them from continuing to pile up. Almost, oh, yep, that Muffle is going down. Ibexes are going down. Our hunters are doing wonderful work here. Boy. You tell them to hunt. They say how high, apparently. Which reminds me. Animals are not allowed in our stockpile. No, no. Or are you allowed up here? So stop it. Pretty safe to say at this point we have an excess of food. That's fine. I'm gonna say after that, make pemmican out of anything left over. Just cranking them out. It's insane. Love it. Having these auto doors for this area at least is going to be so helpful though with the amount of traffic it gets and just the amount of slowdown from it all. It's a little ridiculous. And just that will boost its efficiency so much. How's this cotton coming along? Slowly. plenty of leather and textiles, though absolutely a lot. Wealth has increased significantly. Luckily, so has our ability to defend ourselves, so I'm not too worried. Look on Stardock. There's a bundle of 4 sci-fi strategy games, including Rimworld, for only a few dollars more than just getting Rimworld. That's great. Good call, Katniss. How long have we been streaming for? About 2.5 hours now. I'm gonna go another day in game here, and then I'm gonna call the stream, I think. Here, PGA. Take care of this, please. Get the rest of these meals squeezed out. Storage is looking good. This stuff's finally getting tore up. Auto doors are done, thank the Lord. Let's do sterile materials. That way we can upgrade our hospital and our cooking area. Wooden auto door. It takes 2 components, that's the rough part. I wanted this door. So those doors we're going to deconstruct. Didn't want that. You know what? Actually, this doesn't need to be doored off. That can just straight up be an open hallway. Problem is that this now work on this blueprint like immediately. There we go. I needed that sealed off. There we go. Much quicker access through there now. Building up a lovely supply of pemmican as needed. So I'll have a good backup supply just in case the power goes out or something and we lose these meals, or maybe I set the coolers too high. Excellent. Plump, where are you getting these chunks from? I don't know where he's picking them. I mean, I don't mind that he's doing that, of course, but just seems odd. Do we have any additional clothing we can make? Not really. So this will be the last day for me. We'll wait for Katniss to hop into bed here. Don't know where Key is. There's Key. We'll let Key get into bed here. Everyone tucked in for the night. That's where the stream is going to pause for the night, guys. It is the 1st of September, 5501 in the fall. Things are going well for the colony here. We've made a couple expansions and improvements here. We've got good amount of food. We've got new weaponry. We're making progress on the projects we set out to do last time, for sure. We have ample food, ample medicine. Things are looking good right now for the colony. I'm waiting for a horrific mechanoid raid to screw us all, but we'll see what happens. Lots more to do, lots more to explore. We'll see where it goes. I'm not sure when the next stream will be. I'm never really sure. I just kind of go on my own schedule. But I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and it seems like you guys are really enjoying this, so I'm not going to leave you guys hanging for too long. If you're watching this on YouTube or Twitch after the fact, thank you so much for giving this a shot. I really do appreciate it. Please feel free to leave a comment. I love talking to you guys. If you ever have any questions, you have feedback or suggestions, let me know, guys. Doing this for you means a lot to me. I want to make sure we're both getting the best out of this, so... For now, guys, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. If I don't see you in the next stream, have a fantastic week. And I love you all very much. So until next time, guys, have a great night. See you later. It's BoxMacLeod saying good night, and thanks again.